All right, game number 2 for Summerloud versus NetFlxNChil. NetFlxNChil using Banshees to decisively win against Summerloud. Summerloud did fight valiantly. He did exactly what he needed to do when he saw the Banshees, but I think it was just a little too late. We have the same map again. We'll see how it goes. Okay, in the bottom right, we have Covenant. Who is this? Summerloud, Covenant, bottom right. In the upper left, choosing between Raider, Swarm, Covenant. NetFlxNChil gets Swarm, so we have Swarm v Covenant. This is exciting. Interesting matchup. We'll see how it goes. We've seen NetFlxNChil play Swarm and do quite well against Dominion with his very good timings. But Summerloud, the creator of the mod, never count him out. He knows exactly how this mod works because he made it. And I think I've seen him play Covenant in the past to quite a good effect. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm always biased towards Summerloud. He deserves that support. He created this mod, something like 500 hours in his dev diary. And then he and his wife had a child. And, of course, real life, especially with your own child and family, takes priority. And he was gone for some time. But it's great to see him back now. I think he said that his wife and his kid are gone for about a week. So he's taking this time. He's putting on another Hepta tournament and playing a lot of games this week. So good for him. And I hope we see more Hepta in the future, and I say this anytime I cast some sort of interesting mod. If you ever play a mod and you have a cool game that showcases the mod or is just a good game in general, I would just highly recommend go ahead and try sending it to me. Send it to JayborinoPlays at Gmail. It's the email address on my YouTube channel as well. Send me some replays if you have good games. I don't really cast vanilla StarCraft. I've never tried. I don't feel like I have the knowledge necessary, but overall, I'd like to cast more mods. So please, if you have anything cool, send them to me. So we have Spawning Pool coming out for NetFlxNChil before expansion. He's probably expecting that fast devotee, and it is being built. Interesting little tactic with Covenant that I've pretty much seen every player do. Because your mothership is mobile, it's very slow. It doesn't have an attack. It's also very exposed, right? It can die. Is you move out, you wall yourself in, you move out, and you build that devotee, run it across the map. NetFlxNChil, expecting this, getting fast metabolic boost, maybe going to spam Zerglings and try to end this pretty quick. But there is a full wall in here from Summerloud, I think now knowing that he's facing Swarm because he saw the drone. So pretty standard. Also, we have an expansion block here for NetFlxNChil. The devotee ignoring that and going across the map. We have 2 Zerglings along the way. We have no other combat units, though, for Summerloud. So until we see either another devotee, actually, we do have another devotee, and he's building a Tal'Darim Citadel, which will allow him to build his second tier of Tal'Darim units, which is the Ascendants. Now, your devotees actually need to die to be respawned as Ascendants. So he built this devotee, and he's building another one. So even if this devotee dies, it's still going to provide a lot of utility when it's dead. It basically dies, you get a little bit of energy, 1 point of energy on your mothership. You spend some gas, you get that Ascendant, and they're very, very powerful with those Psionic Orbs. Psionic Orbs! Alright, taking out this expansion. He's got the devotee here. How's it going to fare against these Zerglings? He can 2-shot them, and actually that Mobius SUV valiantly holding out. Good placement there by Summerloud. Now it seems like the tables have turned with harassment here. We've got another devotee coming across the map. First devotee goes down, will allow him to get an Ascendant out. Pretty quick, though. He's building another devotee. Here comes his... Oh, he's building another Mobius Command Dome. Interesting. I would have expected him to make a Mobius compound. No Mobius compound yet. There's the Ascendant, though. He uses space-time displacement, or rearranged space-time, to remove his wall, which is a really, really cool little tactic you can do with the mothership, which is you can move any of your buildings, which is real neat. No energy yet to make another Ascendant, but the earlier you can get one out, the more that you can save up and get those Psionic Orbs. Psionic Orbs will just annihilate these Zerglings, assuming he can use it in time. I think Psionic Orb has gotten nothing but buffed in the time that I have been casting HeptaCraft. It's incredible. So I see someone in the chat. I can explain it real quick what Covenant is. So Covenant is basically an Amon faction. It's Mobius and Tal'Darim. So Mobius is... We have a Mobius compound coming out here. You have 2 town halls. You've got your Mobius Command Dome where you make SCVs. And then you got your Tal'Darim Mothership. There are no workers. And your Tal'Darim units are very expensive, and they build very slowly. You can only build one at a time out of the Mothership, but they're very powerful. As you can see, these devotees, very, very fast, They do a ton of damage. He just used rearranged space-time there. And now we've got some Raptors running in. Oh, really, really good defense there with the Mobius Command Dome defensive ability, Orbital Strike. He hit all of the Raptorlings, and then he just turned his SCVs around and started killing them. Well done, Summerloud. Meanwhile, across the map, we do have 2 bases out for NetFlxNChil. He's getting some creep colonies, maybe expecting an attack. He saw the Devotees. He saw the Ascendants. But really good use of rearranged space-time there. So again, the Tal'Darim, you can only build 1 at a time, so they are very powerful, but it's balanced. I don't know any other way to say it. I think it's balanced, just based on the fact that you can only build 1 at a time. Meanwhile, you've got your Mobius units. We've got more Raptorlings running up into the base. Summerloud not reacting to this. Another excellent Orbital Strike. Well done using those. It's hard to land those sometimes. You can only use 1 at a time. It's 100 just for 1 shot. So if you miss, you're pretty much boned. All the different town halls have some sort of utility or defensive ability. Swarms is to mend. So all of your everything around the hatchery gets healed a little bit. So it's a really, really good defensive tactic, not just for your drones, but just engaging on top of it. Summerloud thinking like he's going to push out with 4 Tal'Darim units. Again, these are powerful units, but will it be enough? We have more Zerglings running across the map. We might see more Raptors jumping up. So on the Mobius side of things for Covenants, you primarily build these really weak units: Warbots, Droids, Predators. Predators can leap up and down cliffs. They're good harassment units. Warbots can shoot while moving, and you can get an upgrade called Fast Tracks, which allows them to just move even faster. They're very good. They're weak, but they can be very, very, very good. What's he saying? Why can I hear when you warp in units? Oh, okay. We do have 4 Devotees out. Is there enough energy for... There isn't enough energy for another Ascendant, so that's going to be tough. He is getting Whirlwind. I typically don't see Whirlwind from Covenant, which is going to be cool. So we're going to get Whirlwind out. It's being researched from the Citadel right now, and he does have a lot of Devotees, and that's going to just tear through Zerglings and maybe even Hydralisks. So it's kind of cool to see a Devotee-focused army on Covenant. You typically see just enough. You see just enough Devotees put out such that they can get killed, so that they can become Ascendants. But 1 Ascendant might be all he needs. It's at full energy. He can spam Psionic Orb a couple times. He's made some Predators, which he can use to harass. Now he's making Cobras. Very, very weak flying units, but great for harassing. They're very, very fast. You just zip zoom them across the map. So here we go. I've got more Raptorlings coming across. Is he going to be prepared for this? He's making more Mobius magazines. He has enough for only 1 Orbital Strike, which may or may not be enough. And very smart move by Netflix. He's only brought in 2, and he's got the rest down there. And is there anything in this base? He can use the Cobras to get rid of these. He's not, though. He's chasing with SCVs. He's got 1 Devotee, and here comes the other Ascendant. He's got to be careful not to lose that. And there's the Whirlwind. Oh, but the Raptorlings, very, very good. Just in general, they do a lot of damage. But now they're running away. How many workers did he get? 9 workers total with Raptorlings over the course of that time. But keep in mind, Raptorlings are a Terrazine unit, and here comes the early push by Summerloud with Devotees, but those Spine Crawlers are going to be able to push these back. That Whirlwind is very, very good against Zerglings, as we see right here. The issue is they get surrounded and killed too quickly while fighting under the Spine Crawlers, so that is actually a lot of time. Not really resources per se, it's 125 energy, but it's a lot of time that Summerloud has just lost there because you can only build 1 unit at a time out of the mothership. But keep in mind, now he's got 3-4 energy where he can just push out these Ascendants once the cooldown is up. So that's a big, big difference. And here are the Cobras chasing down some Overlords around the map. Very good idea. And then we've got, well, 1 SCV just hanging out. That's weird. But this sort of harass with Covenant is working really, really well. I don't know, did he send his Cobras across the map? Cobras are very weak. They die very quickly, and they do very low damage. So the mend from the hatchery, it will be quite effective. And it looks like I missed some harass up here while I was keeping track of the attacks down in this direction with the Raptors. But Spore Crawler's now up for NetFlxNChil, so I don't think those Cobras are going to be too effective anymore. But it looks like Summerloud looking to push again. We have Hydralisk upgrades coming out for NetFlxNChil, though. We have Muscular Augments allowing them to move faster on and off creep. And Lair getting pushed out. We might see a Spire or some sort of later tech. And here are the Devotees. The question is, I mean, there's a lot of Hydralisks here. There's a lot of Zerglings here. Will Whirlwind be enough? You know what will be enough, though, is Psionic Orbs. I would love to see these used to great effect, but it looks like the armies are circumventing each other. And here we go, and now here comes the Zerg army getting ready to engage. Both armies, again, sort of missing each other. They don't have the vision that they need. And both armies, again, constantly moving back and forth around each other. Neither player really knows where the other is. If we see Psionic Orbs go down right here that actually land, this army's going to melt. And there's one Psionic Orb. Let's see a second one right here. 2 Psionic Orbs as the Hydralisks and Zerglings all go down, as the follow-up from the Devotees is enough with the Whirlwind to get rid of a lot of the Hydralisks. Once those Psionic Orbs are used, though, their load is basically blown. So once they use them, you're screwed. Now, the Psionic Orb, here's the thing. It's high risk, high reward in the sense that the Psionic Orb moves a lot slower than it did in the campaign. It does more damage and moves slower. So it gives you an opportunity to actually dodge it a lot. You have a big, big, big opportunity to just move out of the way. Swarm, though, very much like build a lot of units and A move into enemies, which you're going to die to the Ascendant. So my heart bleeds for NetFlxNChil right here, because with this amount of Ascendants, I don't think, unless he dodges those orbs, he's going to have a lot of trouble. He does have the Swarm Lords out, though. If he leaves them on the Endurance Aura, it might help, though I don't think armor is going to work against the Psionic Orbs. And there exactly is what I was talking about. You see how slow that moves? It allowed him to dodge it. He's just got to keep running away, and instead deciding to just take the hits right now. And what damage is he going to do? His entire army goes down to Psionic Orbs, forcing summerloud to use all of his energy. But NetFlxNChil is basically saying, what the fuck is this shit? I've said this in the past, too, though, in previous tournaments. Psionic Orb has just continuously gotten buffed, and it's crazy. But once they're out of energy, they won't be able to do anything. So, and there we go. Summerloud pulling a victory out, knowing that the strength of those Ascendants. Pretty crazy.